In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 college basketball games happening on February 16, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Memphis versus Wichita State. The Memphis Tigers, who currently hold a record of 21-4, are set to face off against the Wichita State Shockers, standing at 14-10 in an exciting Atlantic Coast Conference matchup. The Tigers are coming off a solid road victory against South Florida in their last game, while the Shockers secured a home win against UTSA on Thursday night. When these two teams last met, Memphis claimed a 61-53 victory on their home court. The Memphis Tigers have been on a roll, winning 9 of their last 10 games and steadily climbing the AP Top 25 rankings. This is a team that's proving to be a serious threat and could make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. Their success isn't limited to home games either, as they've won 4 straight on the road. On the other hand, the Wichita State Shockers have been inconsistent, going just 4-6 in their last 10 games. Offensively, Memphis has the edge, averaging 115 points per 100 possessions, which is nearly 8 points more than Wichita State's 107.3. Defensively, the Tigers are even more dominant, allowing only 98 points per 100 possessions compared to the Shockers' 105.8. Additionally, 4 of Memphis' last 5 wins have been by 8 points or more, showing their ability to close out games decisively. The last time these two teams met, just under a month ago, Memphis secured an 8-point victory as 12-point favorites at home. It was a defensive-heavy game, with both teams struggling to shoot effectively, especially from beyond the arc, where they combined for just 9 3-pointers. Despite turning the ball over 20 times, the Tigers forced 22 turnovers from Wichita State, converting those into 18 points. Memphis is currently riding an 8-game win streak, with an average margin of victory of 11 points, and 7 of those wins have been by 8 points or more. They've also been strong on the road this season, going 8-1 straight up and against the spread. Historically, Memphis has performed well against Wichita State, with a 6-3-1 against the spread record in their last 10 matchups. Memphis enters this game ranked number 14 in the nation and boasts an impressive 11-1 record in conference play. However, this time they'll be playing on the road. The Tigers are riding an 8-game winning streak and have scored at least 80 points in 4 consecutive games. They're shooting 47.9% from the field this season and already have a 61-53 win over Wichita State under their belt. Meanwhile, Wichita State has won 3 straight, but those victories came against teams at the lower end of the American Athletic Conference standings. The Shockers are shooting 45.2% from the field this year and have been held under 70 points in 3 of their last 4 games. While both teams are on winning streaks, Memphis has been far more impressive and has shown they can handle business on the road. So the Memphis Tigers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their January matchup, these two teams combined for just 114 points, falling well under the total of 156.5. The line for this rematch has dropped slightly but remains relatively high considering the low-scoring nature of their first meeting. Since that game, Wichita State has averaged only 68.2 points per game over their last 5 contests. While they rank 86th in tempo according to Ken Palm, their adjusted offense sits at 172nd, meaning they often struggle to capitalize on their opportunities. Memphis, on the other hand, is 33rd in tempo and 64th in adjusted offense, which is a step up from the Shockers. The Tigers have scored 80 or more points in 4 straight games, but have also been held under 70 twice in their last 7 outings. Both teams average fewer than 28 made field goals and 60 field goal attempts per game. The under has hit in 6 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Michigan versus Ohio State. On Sunday, the Michigan Wolverines will take on the Ohio State Buckeyes at Value City Arena. This game marks the first meeting between these Big Ten rivals this season. Historically, Ohio State has the upper hand in the series, leading 103-83 overall. Over the last 10 matchups, the series has been evenly split, with both teams winning 5 games straight up and 5 games against the spread. In those games, the under hit 6 times, with 3 overs and 1 push. Michigan has been on a roll lately, securing victories in their last 5 games, with stand-up performances from Vladislav Golden, who averages 15.5 points and 6 rebounds per game, and Danny Wolf, contributing 13 points and 10 rebounds per game. Michigan is poised to dominate in the paint. This duo has also helped the team rank 33rd nationally in rebound rate at 53.7%. In comparison, Ohio State sits at a modest 134th with a 51% rebound rate. Michigan's ability to close out games strong has been a key factor in their success, and that trend is likely to continue here. While both teams are evenly matched, Michigan's offense has shown more consistency, and they should be able to capitalize on that. Averaging 81 points per game, Michigan is expected to start fast and keep the pressure on Ohio State, who may struggle to keep up. This game promises to be a physical battle between two fierce rivals, but Michigan's dynamic frontcourt duo should give them the edge. So the Michigan Wolverines to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Michigan is one of the faster-paced teams in college basketball, ranking 51st in schedule-adjusted tempo according to Ken Palm. They have a clear advantage in the paint and boast reliable perimeter shooters, hitting 38.9% from 3 against average opponents, per Haslametrics. Additionally, Michigan ranks 38th in free throw attempt rate, which could be a problem for Ohio State, who fouls frequently, ranking 283rd in opponent free throw attempt rate. That said, Ohio State is no pushover on offense. They excel in close-range shooting, ranking 8th in near-proximity shooting percentage, and are 6th in three-point percentage against average opponents. Players like Thornton, who can score in bunches, and Royal, who is tough to defend inside the arc, make them a formidable opponent. Coming off a 93-point outing, Ohio State ranks 42nd nationally in offensive momentum, per Haslametrics. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Creighton versus St. John's. The Creighton Blue Jays and St. John's Red Storm are set to face off this Sunday in a college basketball showdown at Madison Square Garden. Both teams are currently near the top of the Big East standings, but St. John's holds the edge as the first-place team and will benefit from playing on their home court. The Red Storm are looking to bounce back after a tough road loss to Villanova in their most recent game. Despite that setback, their defense has been a strong point for most of the season, holding opponents to 66 points or fewer in 6 of their last 8 games. On the other side, Creighton is also coming off a loss and has been shooting 47.5% from the field this season. While the Blue Jays have been solid defensively, they've had their share of struggles when playing away from home. St. John's has been the more reliable team overall, especially at home where they remain undefeated. Their defense has been particularly trustworthy, making them a tough opponent. That said, Creighton shouldn't be overlooked as an underdog. They've been one of the better offensive teams in the country and have hit their stride over the past month, winning 9 of their last 10 games and covering the spread in 9 of those contests as well. The Blue Jays have also proven they can win on the road, with 5 victories away from home this season. Historically, they've had St. John's number, winning 8 of the last 9 matchups, including a victory on New Year's Eve. If Creighton can get their shots to fall, they're more than capable of pulling off the upset. This game feels like it's going to be a close one, with both teams fighting hard in a crucial Big East matchup. So the Creighton Blue Jays to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When these two teams met earlier this season, they combined for just 113 points, and I don't see this game being much higher scoring. St. John's has been the best defensive team in the Big East in terms of efficiency during conference play, and Creighton isn't far behind, ranking 3rd in the same category. Both teams have been trending toward lower scoring games recently, with the under hitting in 6 of St. John's last 8 games and in 6 of Creighton's last 8 as well. Head-to-head, the under has cashed in each of the last 4 meetings between these teams. With so much on the line, this game should have a playoff-like intensity where every possession matters and points are hard to come by. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Louisville versus Notre Dame. The Cardinals are heading to South Bend this Sunday for an Atlantic Coast Conference matchup against the Fighting Irish. Louisville is currently sitting in second place in the conference and has been performing well, boasting an overall record of 19-6. On the other hand, Notre Dame has had a tough season so far, with an overall record of 11-13. Notre Dame has a chance to pull off an upset on Sunday night, and their strong defense against three-point shots could be the key. Louisville loves to shoot from beyond the arc, ranking second in the Atlantic Coast Conference in three-point field goals made per game. However, the Irish are third in the conference when it comes to defending the three-pointer. Notre Dame also holds its own on the boards, ranking fourth in the Atlantic Coast Conference in rebounding, just one spot behind Louisville. The Irish are also careful with the ball, sitting fifth in turnover margin, while the Cardinals are near the bottom of the conference at 13. Despite their struggles to turn effort into wins, the Fighting Irish have been a tough team to beat. They've been competitive in every game, even though they've only won 4 of their last 11. What's notable is that none of those losses were by more than 8 points, showing they're always in the mix until the final buzzer. Notre Dame has the offensive tools to keep this game close. They actually have a slight edge over Louisville in both field goal percentage and three-point shooting. With the better offensive numbers and the home court advantage, Notre Dame has a real shot to keep this game tight and possibly even pull off the win. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Notre Dame plays at one of the slowest paces in the country, ranking 317th in tempo. They are also near the bottom of the Atlantic Coast Conference in scoring, sitting 13th, and have gone under the total in 7 of their last 10 games. Louisville, meanwhile, is 4th in the Atlantic Coast Conference in scoring but struggles with shooting efficiency, ranking 11th in field goal percentage. The Cardinals often rely on second chance points, but Notre Dame's strong rebounding should limit those opportunities. Despite their scoring ability, Louisville has only gone over the total in 5 of their last 10 games. It's worth emphasizing just how slow Notre Dame plays. They rank 320th in adjusted tempo, averaging only 64.6 possessions per 40 minutes. They're comfortable in low-scoring, grinded-out games, which could play to their advantage in this matchup. On the other side, Louisville has been solid defensively this season. They rank 32nd in adjusted defensive efficiency, giving up just 98 points per 100 possessions. During their current 3-game winning streak, they've held opponents to an average of 67 points per game. For Notre Dame to stay competitive, they'll need to drag this game into a slow, defensive battle. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.